Chuck and Angela Fazio.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate being here. Who are we? Who are we and why are we standing here? Well, I'll tell you what. When we started out in the business, we were broke. We were broke in the business, stuck to it, became one of the top agents in the country, ran one of the single largest brokerages in the country, 906 agents. We sold 6,000 homes a year, $2 billion in production. We're Riz Media's billionaire club, and we've overseen over 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. Praise God for that.
That's right.
Why did we close down one of the most successful brokerages in the country? Well, it's to lock arms with an even better company to bless you guys and to be here for you. So we're going to go over 4 key points to help you guys out in how we became successful.
The first one is purpose. A life without purpose has little meaning. How can you be motivated if you have no purpose? You can't grow without purpose, and a success may even seem completely unachievable unless you have purpose. Every single person needs purpose, but unfortunately, most people lack a clear sense of purpose. They don't have it. And if you don't have purpose, you cannot fuel passion, and if you don't have passion, you cannot drive yourself to massive action, and that's what you need for success. So how do you find purpose? How do you find it? Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. It's really about asking a more simple question. What can you do with your time and talents that's important, that makes a difference? I totally believe with all my heart that God has given every one of you extraordinary talent. And our job is to take the talents He's given us and multiply them. Use them to bless other people. What are you doing that's important, that blesses others, that helps people? What are you doing to add value, right? So how do you add value to people? You find out their needs. And how do you know their needs? You ask them. So when I'm having a conversation with a recruiter, somebody I'm getting to know, I like to make 2 statements and then ask a question. I start with, hey, my number 1 priority is to add value to you today on our call or in our meeting. And so I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me what you expect out of this meeting. Like, what do you hope to gain? And then just listen. Be patient and listen for the needs that they perceive they have and then work to fulfill them. Do you know how much better your conversations would be if you just seek to be a blessing and add value, right? So, yeah.
The next one, guys. Listen, the biggest gift you guys have, every one of you, is the gift of life. And yet we take that for granted. It's a gift. None of you earned the gift of life. And yet you live life so damn casual. You take things for granted. Your wife, your husband, your kids, your health, your family. You go every day probably not even thinking one bit about this gift of life and what you could do in it and how you could change lives. Guys, when you taste the significance of changing someone's life, nothing will stop you from striving. It's the most incredible feeling. But yet we live so casually, as if we're going to live forever. We take for granted. Every day I wake up and I thank the Lord that He opened my eyes that day, and how could I be a blessing to others? Guys, the name of the conference is Build. You cannot build being casual. So stop being so damn casual.
You know, Chuck and I love to build, and we're really good at it. And we get so much joy and passion and purpose from helping people build extraordinary lives. So it is worth your time. The next one is talking about relationships. You guys, people matter. It's the cornerstone of agent attraction. It's how you build a great business, is by the quality of the relationships that you build. Do you know that over half of Americans say they're lonely? That means over half of you are yearning for more and better relationships. There is a whole lot to do out there. And I believe with all my heart that EXP is the vehicle that you can build relationships and help people change their life. It's not just real estate. Now, we used to be able to do that pretty well with our brokerage. We help people build their business, but not change their lives. That's what we get to do through the quality of intentional relationship building. And you can do that by just investing time with people. You know, I think everybody is capable of being really good at building relationships. I don't care if you're an extrovert or an introvert. We're introverts. But we understand the importance of investing into people. So you need to add value to people, right? You need to invest in their lives. How do you do that authentically? Find the things that you are just naturally good at. If you love books, start a book club. I'm terrible at gardening. I get stressed out when someone gives me a plant, so I'm probably not going to get into gardening, right? But we do love to, he loves to cook, I love to serve. So we have great VIP parties at our house to invest into people and make them feel special. It's worth your time to do that. Bring people to these events. Get them out of their everyday routine and let them have time to listen. Make them feel special because they're worth it. They're worth investing into. So spend your time building people up, and when you do that, your purpose, your passion, your massive action will turn into the success that I know that you guys want.
The next one, guys, you need to be an influencer. You can all be influencers. See, way too many of you guys, what you try to do is you try to convince people to believe what you're saying. That's not an influencer. An influencer is you get people to believe you believe what you're saying. You see, that subtle difference, guys, is huge, because certainty equals influence. In any conversation, the more certain person is going to influence the less certain person. So the key to being a good influencer is know your product, know what you're selling. Dive in. These type of events get you motivated so that when you speak with passion, people can sense it. And they go, I believe you believe what you're saying. That's how you become an influencer. You know, guys, I always say seeing is believing. And sometimes you have to see something to believe it, to really get excited about something. You see, in 1954, something really incredible happened. Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. Prior to that, nobody ever broke the 4-minute mile. So once it was broke, since 1954, over 1,400 people broke the 4-minute mile. I'm going to show you something right now. I'm going to show you, me and Angela have 2 different businesses in here. And I want this to be your 4-minute mile. I want you to sit and say, every one of you could do these type of numbers. That's what this is going to be for you guys right now. So this is Angela's business, and that's my business.
He likes to brag. What?
Now, I put this up here, like I said, for a reason. This is your 4-minute mile. I want every one of you to look at this, because I'm no better than any one of you guys. You guys might be saying, but Chuck, we're not you. Well, let me tell you who I am. Let me tell you my background. At the age of 18, I was bouncing in clubs in New York and quickly got hooked up with the wrong people. I ran strip clubs for the mafia. I was a bodyguard for porno stars. I was a drug addict. I was a drug dealer. I had guns put to my head, bottles smashed in my face, jumped numerous times. I can't tell you how many times I'd be driving on the freeway at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and wake up at about 90 miles an hour heading straight for the divider. There was an angel tapping on my shoulder. Guys, I was on the highway to hell. That was my life. Until God said, I got plans for you. I got plans for you. Not today, Satan. This one's mine. And that's why I'm here, because I want to be a blessing. You see, guys, I chased everything I thought the world had to offer. Fame, fortune, power, sex, drugs, manipulation, until I realized nothing compared to the grace and the mercy and the love of Jesus Christ. Which brings me here today to talk to you guys, to tell you the same God that created me created you. Those numbers I show you up there could be yours. And God doesn't stop there. Here's what God does. He blesses me with a beautiful wife who, for over 20 years, this is my best friend, my partner, we've never spent a day apart.
Just to be clear, you guys, I was neither a stripper or a porno star. Neither.
Then God says, I'm not done. He blesses me with the beautiful blended family, gives me 2 great grandchildren, and one of them is our little spokesmodel. You see, guys, here's what I'm telling you. You're desperate. You're sitting there. You want your life changed. Guess what? You are the star of your life. You are the main character. It's time to turn the chapter and write the new chapter in that book of life for you. Today, I want that to be yours. What you gotta do is you gotta stop listening to the extras in life. What are the extras in life? Here's the extras in life. You ever watch a movie and you got the main characters at the very end? You see the main characters, the supporting cast, and then all the way at the end, you got the extras. Cab driver number 3, bouncer number 2. Those are the extras. They don't even have a freaking name. But yet those are the people in your life speaking into your life. They're the liars, the gossipers, the manipulators, the victim mentality, the naysayers. The ones you let speak into your life. You're the main character. And you're letting the nobodies speak into your life. Guys, I'm telling you today, choose wisely who you surround yourself with. Choose wisely.
But look who's here. A bunch of passionate, invested, big thinkers, right? That's what's in this room.
Guys, you want to be around people that are going to lift you up, that are going to bring you up. You see, those extras in life, they can't get you to where you want to be. As a matter of fact, they don't even want you to get where you want to be because they say misery loves company. Get out of that company. I don't care who it is. Get around the big thinkers, the people that you say, I want to go where they go. I want to be around them. Guys, that's what you're looking for. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. We have a lot of iron out here looking to sharpen some people. And there's some of you that need your blade sharpened. Some of you haven't had your blade sharpened in a long time. Like I said, guys, we're at an incredible company with eXp Realty. When you got people like Glenn Sanford and Jason Gessing and Dave Kennard and rock stars like Brent Gove and Gene Frederick and James Stroop, these are the people that pour into you. And somebody like Michael Valdez, who's leading the charge internationally. Guys, do you realize the iron we have at this company? You see, we're not an ordinary company, guys. We're a movement.
That's right.
We are a movement. You know, Steve Jobs made a legendary pitch in 1983 to John Scully. Now, if you don't know who John Scully is, he was actually the president of Pepsi. Steve Jobs wanted him to work for him. And listen to what Steve Jobs said to John Scully. He said, John, do you want to go and make sugar water the rest of your life? Or do you want to come with me and change the world? Guys, here's what I'm telling you. You want to just sell real estate and stay on that hamster wheel? Or do you want to come to eXp and change the friggin' industry? God bless you guys.